any of you ever seen a balance scale before? Maybe you've seen one at the shops, or maybe you've seen one in an old movie. And the way a balance scale works is you would put your fruit on the one side, and then the shopkeeper would add weights to the other side until the scales balanced out. Now the shopkeeper would know how much fruit you're taking and how much money you owe him. You would get the right amount of fruit, and he would get the right amount of money. It was all balanced and fair for everyone. Now, a balance scale is often used as a symbol for a courthouse because judges are constantly making decisions about what would be a fair punishment for someone who has done something wrong, or what would be the right thing to do for somebody that has been harmed. You see, judges are making decisions to keep things fair and balanced, and this is called justice. Now, let's think about our own lives. Have any of you ever taken something that wasn't yours? Or maybe you've told a lie and you've broken someone's trust. Well, you see, justice says that now because things are out of balance, that means there is a debt. You now owe something. And so a judge would make decisions to say, if someone stole a car, perhaps they need to pay back some of that money in order for there to be justice. Or if somebody damaged a building by causing a fire, they would have to go spend some time in jail until everything was balanced again. There is a debt that has to be paid. As much as judges can try their very best to make fair decisions and keep everything balanced, we know that the only perfect judge is God. And one day we will all stand before God and He will judge us for everything that we've done. And we know that a lot of evil things have been done in the world, and God will judge those things. But sometimes we can hope that maybe God won't judge us too harshly, or maybe God will overlook some of the things that we've done because they weren't too bad, right? But the Bible tells us that we have all sinned, and the punishment for our sin, the debt that we have to pay, is a separation from God. And we know that because God is a perfect, good judge, God won't ignore any of the bad things that have been done. But thankfully, God, our perfect judge, is also a loving Father. And that's why He sent His Son, Jesus, to come and pay the price for us. When Jesus was here on earth, He lived a perfect life. He never did anything wrong. And so when Jesus died on the cross, Jesus paid the debt and Jesus balanced the scales for us. Now, this is a debt that we could never, ever repay. And thankfully, God doesn't ask us to repay it. All He asks us to do is to accept and believe. And so now that you know what Jesus has done for you, what will you say to Him? And how will you live your life differently?